Good morning, you guys. We're back at it again today. We're working on the 1968 International 1100C. It's a little wet outside today. We got a little rain here in California, but that's not going to stop us. We came out yesterday and set a tent up so that we can get some work done today and hopefully get that truck back on the road. Thank you so much for watching. So welcome back, everybody. So today I'd like to get this throttle linkage hooked up, and I got to do it before the power plant over there starts making power, because they have a huge steam cogen and it gets super loud, and that's what happens on Sundays. So it's the only time I can get away from the kids to come over and do this stuff. Yeah, in last week's video, we actually got it to fire with spraying a little ether inside the carburetor. This week, I want to be able to get this thing running under its own power. So in order to do that, we need to get the linkage hooked up to the carburetor, follow the fuel line down, put a new filter on, and then I'm going to run this into a gas tank for now. I'm not sure what's in the tank. We're definitely going to have to clear the tank out. There's probably a ton of sediment. So stick with me, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. All right, nectar of the gods. You may notice I drink a lot of these things. All right, well, let's dive on in, get some of this cleaned up. Battery can stay for now. I'm going to take a look here and see. I have to go get some 10 snips, pop that off. All right, perfect. Let me go grab some tools and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and get this guy off. I forgot to grab some 10 snips, but this thing's pretty old. Should be able to get it off pretty easy. So maybe, I don't know, sometimes these zip ties, they really impress me, huh? It's like when you don't want them to hold, they'll hold, but when you expect them to hold, they don't. But anyways, let's see. Perfect. And all right, you guys, so we're gonna get the linkage hooked up here. I've got to go and get a cotter pin for the throttle. We're gonna get the choke hooked up right here, and then we will track down some more of these vacuum caps and kind of block off all of the vacuum ports on this engine, because it's from a later model with all the fun smog stuff. So we are going to cap all that off, get that linkage hooked up, and I'll speed things up for you guys. So so that was cool. So we got the linkage all hooked up right here. Went over and grabbed the cotter pin, and then got the choke hooked up right here. Got to find a return spring for the throttle, but I will find that and get right back. The choke was a little finicky. We got that hooked up. I am going to find a return spring that I can put on here and we can go from there. I've got that heater hose out of the way. Let me see about getting this plug out. Not sure how tough that's gonna be. I got my itty bitty guys right here. We'll see if she'll budge with these. If not, I'll have to go grab something bigger. Alright you guys, so I went and grabbed, I should have just rolled all my tools over here, but in order to save time, I chose not to, and I feel like an idiot at this point. Let's see. I know it's a little overkill. And it looks like I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to mount this thing, because that does not want to come out, and I do not feel like torching it. Let's see. If I could just sneak this by, possibly toss something thinner in here just to get that return going. Let's see. Just gonna see. Alright, we're gonna set this guy here. I know it's a little janky, but I want to see if we hook some gas up to this, if this carburetor is gonna work out for us. So let's go get some gasoline. We'll go ahead and drop the line inside the tank and see if we can get this puppy running. Alright, so before I get the gas, I am going to let's spray some starter fluid in here and see if we can choke it and actuate the accelerator from inside, and just see if she will fire up. Let's go ahead and make a mess of things around here. Now I had a wrench sitting around here somewhere, probably threw it in the cab, and I did. Gotta watch out. This piece of my tent is falling down. Okay, let's tighten this guy up. This guy's already good to go. Not sure how much juice is left in the battery, but that's all right. We will see. I got my little makeshift screwdriver thing here because I can't get this drain plug out in order to put a bolt in here for the return spring, but that's okay. Let's juice her up and see if we can give her a little extra juice this morning. We'll choke her out and then and crank her. Let's see. Okay. God, I love this truck. Okay. God, I must have rain sensing wipers. Turn those guys off. Okay, let's pull that choke out. Got the missing gas pedal accelerator here, and see. Yeah. I'd say she fired. It's nice being able to control the air fuel, that accelerator. She's choked out right now. Let you guys see the smoke action. Oh, look at that. Ah, beautiful. So I'm gonna leave you guys out here so you can take a look at this while I fire it up again. All right, let's spritz it with a little more of this juice here. all happy. Enjoy. All right, enough fun. Let's go ahead and get some real fuel to her. All right, you guys, so got some fuel. Clean my hands up, put these keys away. Nice. All right, so that's kind of a short fuel line. And I'm gonna have to find some more fuel line. Might have some laying around here somewhere. I think ha, there we go. Nobody's using this old piece of crud. Okay, so we can probably rob some of this right here if I feel like sticking my hand down in there, pulling that sucker off. Why not? Let's see, what do I have here? This might work. Sometimes you just have to improvise. And I do not think that this car is going to miss this fuel line for now. So let's see if we can get down here. You know what might work as well? Let me take this off of here. That might be better. Let's bring this guy with us. Yeah, so before we hook up to the fuel tank on the International, I definitely want to drain it out and make sure we don't have any foreign debris in the tank. So this is a difficult little guy. Let's see. Pulley off. Slide that sucker down. All right. So this car right here, my buddy and Matt and I had a 65 Mustang, and he had helped me paint it up and fix it up. So he wanted an old Ford as well, and we ended up finding this thing for I think it was like $200 or $300. It's some junkyard down in South Sac, and against our better judgment, we went ahead and picked it up, and further inspection revealed that the only solid metal in this car is a straight 6 block. The rest of it's just rusted out, so wasn't really worth fixing. Well, it could be to somebody, but he wasn't willing to put the time into this vehicle. I told him we could get it running, but there's a big hole in the floor where the driver's side seat should be mounted. So I joked with him. I said you could yabba dabba do it around, but he didn't like that very much. I ended up selling my Mustang because we were having twins, and you know, that makes 5 kids for me, and needed the money. But that's the story of a lot of car guys and their vehicles. So let's see. All right, little rod fits in there nice. Okay, we might be able to dunk that into our tank. So let's, there we go. Let's feed this down through the bottom for you guys. Yep. Well, let's see, how far does she reach down? Okay. Ah, perfect. I think that's gonna work just great. So what we're gonna do, let's go ahead and get this tank on here. Stick this into there, and voila, temporary fuel tank. Okay, well, let's get inside and crank this a little bit and see if we can get some fuel through that pump and up into the carburetor. All right. All right, so we're probably gonna need some more battery juice to crank this thing enough. So let's go grab another battery. All right, so grabbed another battery, threw some jumpers on it, got it on the battery up here, give us a little extra cranking power, so that we can get fuel from that tank up through that pump into that carburetor, and see if we can get this engine running on some fresh gas. So let's go ahead and try to fire her up a couple more times. Now, let's give her some more juice and see if we can get her to fill up this bowl. Now we're gonna have to pull this line, see if she's even pumping out. I think we've got a stuck accelerator pump. Yeah, I guess that's what we got going on right here. Yeah, so we're getting fuel. I know we are. But the problem we're having is that the accelerator pump is no good. So we're gonna have to pull the carburetor off, and I'm gonna have to order a rebuild kit so that I can get that replaced, because that's not doing us any good. Bummer about the carburetor. We're gonna go ahead and pull it off and undo all this fabulous work we did today. Let's see, grab this cotter pin out. Yeah, so we'll get the linkage off right here. I'll get the fuel line off. This vacuum line for the distributor, and we'll get these bolts off, and we'll take a look inside the carburetor and see what happened. All right, you guys, here she is. And we flip her over here, pull that pump lever off. Yeah, she's spilling gas now. She's a leaker. All right, but this is definitely not pumping. This accelerator pump is dead in the water. Nothing going through that diaphragm. Must have a leak in it or something, because there's no resistance here. There's no pumping. I checked, the jets aren't getting any fuel when I pump her out. So this guy right here is going to get rebuilt. But first I gotta order the rebuild kit, which shouldn't be difficult. This guy's a Holley, so wonderful. Alright, you guys, that about does it for this week's video. I'm gonna head down to the parts store and get a rebuild kit for that Holley, so that we can slap that sucker on this week and hopefully be driving this thing. But if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you do not miss another moment of this truck and the amazing transformation that is about to happen. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.